I ended up finding a friend who was doing the violin work, and I filmed it. And it was a thing that developed on the spot. I was lucky in there at the first, to be there at the first stages, and then I followed through, and the whole thing took about 200 hours.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
The making of this piece.
Yeah,
the violin.
Yeah, the making.
Before the time, it needs to be fixed nice and round so we don't strip the string.
It took about 200 hours, and a neat thing is that when on the film you see the first baby cry, that's actually the first time that that piece of wood makes a sound. Yeah.
Have you ever played the violin?
I did, yes, I did. When I was 6 years old.
How was it difficult?
Well, I'm going to use a cliche, but I still like it. It sounded like killing a cat. You know, but the most important part is that I loved it.
I loved it.
So in my mind, that was amazing.
You gotta play with your emotions and your heart. I've always wanted to try to play it.
Yeah.
That and the cello, when they combine together and do something,
I hear you. I hear you.
It's hard to not weep at that.
But you play instruments, yeah?
No.
Yeah.
Whoa! Dude!
Male organ.
No, yeah, I tried the guitar once, and I tried for literally 2 seconds, and I realized it was something beyond my skill level, and I gave up. Yeah, just no way. But the violin is different. I mean, it's more like, but you still got to do this carpal tunnel thing with your fingers, right? Like,
I think you'd be amazing at it.
really?
Yeah.
Where I work, we're gonna get a bunch of violins for the kids, and I'm gonna start learning by myself.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's gonna be horrible.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to hear it.
Yes. If I did it, anybody can do it.
Yeah. So you filmed this. So you make films. I didn't know. I thought you were just an actor. No, not just an actor. That's whoa! I can't believe I said that. I'm sorry, Brian.
Get out!
I'm sorry. Hey, Brian. Julia's behind you.
No. Okay, this is. I see you were filming
Wow.
this. That was excellent set, and no offense was taken.
I thought you were an actor.
Yes.
Now you're a filmmaker as well.
Yes, that film was made probably, I would say, 8 years ago. When I run into your post to dig for some old films, dig for some old films, that came to mind. And,
Well, stories about people are so fascinating. I just love like the little stories in between the big stories.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what makes it so fascinating. Are you encouraged to do more stories about profiles of people you know?
I actually did a number of them.
Next Kino.
Yes, maybe. This one was interesting to me, just to see that transformation story from a piece of wood to that couldn't end up in a fire. Not to say that a fire to warm somebody is not useful.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I'm not saying it was better or worse, but just to see a transformation story was amazing to be a part of that. It's not every day when
That's true. There's a resonance. There's power in items.
Yeah.
And there's an emotional memory that's something that can be passed down to generations. This
Exactly.
item, someone spends their life with it, next to them, playing it, loving it,
Exactly.
expressing themselves.
I think on the stage, how many people can touch, and on the recording, it was just a neat thing to be a part of. Yeah.
Thanks for sharing it with us. Let's go to questions. Let's go Stephanie first.
Yes, definitely.
Does he build cellos as well?
He does. He does. In fact, Peter is a violin maker in Quebec. He lives across the river in Elmar, and he is trained in Italian violin making school, and he has some awards from that he won. I'm not sure worldwide, but quite renowned for his cellos. Yeah.
How much would he sell that for?
The violin?
Just out of curiosity.
I think he sells them for $12,000.
$12,000.
Yes, and in fact that was sold. Yeah.
$1,000.
That's impressive.
I think so.
Because it's handmade, it has to feel.
Yeah, it's actually handmade.
Those 200 hours are into. You ever seen the Red Violin, the movie?
Yes.
So you can understand like a person's almost soul, essence, emotions are into that
Yes.
piece.
Yes, it's amazing, man. And and to see those people going through that process, and I would think from the time it's raw to the time it's finished, it takes thousands of movements. You can make a mistake at any.
Yeah, 199 hours and you have to scrap it.
There are stakes in that, you know. It's interesting.
A master of his craft.
Master of his craft, and I was humbled and honored.
And he's been doing this like for how long?
Oh, I'm not going to say all his life because it's another cliche. He started as a pattern maker, and then ended up taking that the Italian violin making course, which was about 3 years in Cremona, and then he came back here, and I think he's been doing it for 50 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this was the first time you worked with actors.
It was.
This was the first time I worked with Brian, so
So how was it when you worked with Brian again?
absolutely.
Do you get me?
I assure you I understand 100% of what you say.
Good.
So you filmed this in your home?
Yeah.
Is it weird having like a stranger in your home?
Yeah.
I'm especially strange.
Originally, I had asked her to just film all her bits using her phone and just send me the footage and I'll do it. But it didn't work out that way, and basically she said, look, if I can do this, I can go over right now on a Sunday night and do it. And I was just like, the house is a fucking mess. I was like, yes, come on over. So we did it, and it was the first time working with an actor, and I cannot stress enough. Yeah. Yes, I was very nervous, and I cannot stress enough how much I learned from that experience. I forget, I'm always working by myself. So when somebody else is there and they're talking after I say action,
oh wow,
shut up! Unless I say cut. Otherwise, you'll ruin the whole thing. So yeah, it was quite an experience. But yeah, I will be ditching live sets soon and going full.
But now you're a regular character. You'll be in future installments.
I've left it open. Yeah. Incidentally, I recorded that there was supposed to be a sound effect with that little gun at the end. I was doing everything in stereo, but for some reason, the sound effect from the gun was in the rear speakers. So I was just like, okay, I'll put it in, just give me stereo. Gone.
Well, you could have been in the audience going,
so it was gone, and I have to find out why, so it never happens again.
Julia, you've done a lot of films.
He keeps talking about he's never directed actors before, but he did a phenomenal job. We were done in about, I think under 2 hours.
It was fast.
Yeah, it was, all of that was in under 2 hours, and that was a lot of dialogue. So I'm just gonna say, it's like that was one of the shortest, this least amount of time I spent on doing that much before. So he actually was very efficient with it.
You were in the school program Algonquin?
Yes, I'm taking film and media production.
Woo. Now remember when did we film this? 4 months ago?
October.
Oh, geez. All right. And you came here before, and you filmed this before Kino that night.
Yes, like a few hours before.
In front of a live audience, that people challenge you and they ask questions, and people want to work with you. The festival is nothing without its filmmakers and their films.
You made me sound and look pretty good, thank you. Absolutely. Why did you want to make this film?
Because there was not enough documentaries about the film festivals.
Oh, well, I appreciate you and thank you for doing this. So, are you working on a film right now?
We're moving away from documentary filmmaking. Now we're gonna make short films.
Oh, it's so liberating. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
You making them with the same crew of people?
There's different groups every time, so.
So you're still in school. It's not over. You haven't graduated or anything.
I'm done in August.
August.
Yeah.
This was your first film, wasn't it?
My first solo directorial effort.
I encourage you to just make a film next month. Okay. Now, hear me out. So do you have a camera? Do you work with a camera or a phone?
We're just borrowing film equipment at the college.
Do you have a computer you can edit on?
Yes.
And you know how to edit. Because you're going to school for it, right?
Yeah, more or less.
Consider making a film, even if it's 30 seconds. 30 seconds, even if it's on your phone, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Make something from your brain, and you're creating it, you're editing it, you're finalizing it, and we'll show it here. It would make me so happy, it would make everyone so happy. Just get started as soon as you can.
Okay.
This is a safe space. This is the space to do it.
Yeah. I might get a new phone first.
Yeah.
That's a good excuse. Good excuse.
It's kind of glitchy sometimes, so.
Well, if it's glitchy, yes. But don't worry about the picture quality. It's having a really sharp picture, HD, 4K, it's overrated. There's perfection in imperfection.
Yeah.
It's all about how you cut it and you tell the story.
Yeah, that's true.
But thank you so much for making this film about Kino.
You're welcome.
That was Thank you. Let's go to questions. Let's go to questions for Jeremy. Dennis.
Yeah, I
Dennis.
really loved your film. Congratulations. Are you going to make a sequel to the Kino film?
Might as well make a film about Monster Pool.
Let's do it. Monster Pool. What about the making of a horror film? Behind the scenes.
I wrote a script. It's like inspired by a true story, haunted house kind of thing.
So what I'm hearing is you're going to have a film for Monster Pool.
Might as well.
Might as well.
Yeah. For those who don't know, Monster Pool is like Kino, but it happens once a year at the Mayfair, and it's all horror films. It's wonderful. You guys are so professional. You were like I'm super casual, right? And I'm just like, let's just wing it, have some wine, have some fun. You're like, okay, we got to do this, clapboard, everything. I'm like, oh my God, this is serious now. All of a sudden, I got to present myself, and that was really good. You go through all the steps. You learn every single part of filmmaking.
We're still learning.
Still learning, right?
Yeah.
Wow. What a great education.
Doing is learning too.
Yeah, doing is learning. And that's why I'm encouraging you to just allow yourself to make a film and make mistakes. Allow it to suck. You know, oh my God, I'm at 720 films. I can't, you don't want to know my first film. My first 200 films. My first 300 films. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I still do it.
Yeah.
You're in good company to do that. Thank you so much, Jeremy.
You're welcome.
What is your interpretation of what is going on?
So, Act 1 was definitely Jackson paying tribute to Norman McLaren.
Decide if I can live again.
That whole abstract was intended to be the life of Susie and myself before her death. And you can see that she sort of falls off the edge.
Yeah, I didn't know I
She sort of falls off on the side, and that's sort of her death.
There's a lot going on there. I'm excited to
There's a lot going on.
Watching it again a second time after speaking to you and understanding what
Yes.
inside the filmmaker's head.
So then, you know, the second-ish scene is me sort of coming to terms. Susie's character was an artist, I was a writer, and I was basically staring at that painting that we found Ronald McDonald in the door. Jackson had bought that painting at Value Village, and after I sat staring at that picture for about an hour and a half, I realized that Ronald McDonald had been painted in the door of
Beautiful
that
painting, so random.
Yeah, it was the weirdest thing. Now I've come to terms with the fact that I've lost my wife and it's time to move on, and that's her painting.
Being an artist is such a personal journey. I love how it has different meaning interpretations to every one of us. Like we say at Kino, once you screen a film, it belongs to everyone. And there's no wrong interpretation of it.
Yeah.
Like I got something different out of it. I thought at first she was your muse, but she didn't exist.
Right.
You know, that was the second act. The third one, I'm just like, he's spiraled into his own world. He can't see anything on the outside anymore. But he's living his best life at the same time.
But in the interpretation in Jackson's writing is I've come to terms with it.
There was so much going on there. It could say so much with fewer words.
100%.
It's incredible. Wow, how you tell the story. Let's go to questions.
Sure.
Any questions? I'm sure, Susie, you were in it.
I just want to say, like, I didn't know what it was about. I just showed up to set in a white dress, like I was told to. But the thing, because Jackson's not here, he's only like 22.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's young. And when I showed up to set, he said, I just wanted you to see that I'm not just like another kid with a camera.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what he had written. I didn't know what he had put together, but I'm like, I trust you. Like,
A lot of new faces, so it'd be 2 years ago that I shot the first version.
Listen, woman.
I was going to film a different film. My actor got hounded with work, and so it didn't happen. So Saturday, I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And it's like, oh, I'm trying to fight the weather with whatever. And so I was just like, okay, maybe if I just drive around and have the camera going, I'll catch real moments, because I have
real moments. See? Well, confession.
Hang on a second.
Yeah. Relatable. I just let people know when they make mistakes. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna get some footage and see what I could do with it. And then I remembered a real life story that happened in a roundabout. And this fucker in a truck cuts me off. And I'm like, "Grrr!" He hits the brakes, he stops. So this is like a reenactment. He gets out of his truck and he marches to me. Fortunately, that was my son that I threw in the snow. He was on the phone with me. So he heard everything go down. So I'm watching him coming. I'm like, oh yeah, you want to go? Let's go.
You want a piece of me?
He goes, apparently you don't know how a roundabout works. And I'm like, apparently you don't know how to not cut people off. And I'm like, shut up. You know, I told my husband later on, and he's like, oh my God, you're going to get killed one day. I'm like, well, you should have done that. I volunteered my son. I was like, it's last minute. I need an actor.
I birthed you. You owe me.
Yeah. And it's like, he's a big guy, you see. And he's like, how long is it going to take? The better you can act, the faster we'll get through it. So I threw him in the snowbank the first time, and he landed on his back, and I'm like, no, not like that. You gotta go forward.
Why didn't you push him harder?
Yeah.
I was like,
Listen. I was holding on to a thread to keep him out there. He's the biggest cold wuss ever. I'm in my shirt, my lumber shirt, and I'm like, oh, this is great. I love the cold, but he's like, it's very so it's like, okay, I just got to do it, and we got to be done, or I'm going to lose him. So. Yeah.
Well, that's your son, and we all love our children, I'm sure. I don't know. Is there a part of you that really wanted to just like, fuck you?
When he wasn't listening to how to fall properly.
He's tough, he's young, he's built, you can just toss him for real.
So yeah, that was what came out of my head, and I filmed it Saturday, and I edited Sunday, and here we are.
No, it turned out well, that look you had when you had the camera go through the steering wheel on your face, and you were using your phone, right?
Yeah.
And that one was really, really awesome.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if that was like you tried to get that kind of an angle.
Yep.
Or were you capable of that? Yeah, it looked really good.
It looked good.
Well, I just thought like you could really.
The obstruction was just your head.
That's right. It's got a sense of space.
It
Yeah.
really added to that shot.
Don't be afraid to add stuff in the foreground. And how did you process that emotion? Did you reenact something in your brain? Like what?
That scenario.
I felt you change. I saw something. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
That was good. That was good. There's gonna be more of this? This character coming back?
Maybe.
Behind the wheel?
Maybe.
Yeah?
There's lots. There's lots.
And it's relatable for everyone who drives. You're like, oh my, it takes so much patience to drive, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. So if you drive near me, drive caution.
So one guy went by and I gave him the finger. And I was just like, okay, he's gonna stop. He's gonna stop. He's gonna stop. So I stopped doing that.
You never know who's having the worst day of their life, and they have, be careful of people who have nothing to lose. Because people can, like, turn and lose their shit and lose sense of consequence.
Yeah, I did it in IKEA once. Somebody cut me off, and I just started flipping them off. I was like, don't do that. They'll get out of your car. I don't give.
What if you do it and Stephanie gets out?
Then you're screwed.
Take your camera out. We're filming.
You're really screwed,
And we're like,
buddy.
oh shit!
No, I know what she does.
Steph, you need to make this a trilogy.
Like a daily vlog. Let's be
And I just thought it would be a fun character to reenact and bring comedy to it, because sometimes when we get really angry or we want to cry or hurt people, maybe it's better to make it
But it's
funny.
good material and character because you can create so many scenarios and situations.
Yeah.
This could
well,
go on
I
forever.
had a bunch of stuff that I shot, and then as I was going at it, I was like, no, I'm not going to show all that, because I can make each individual thing another part of the series.
That's right. Don't put all your eggs in one
Yeah.
basket. It's
Yeah.
just, absolutely.
Yeah.
Save for the next one. So how long is it going to go for?
As long as I keep coming up with ideas.
As long as you guys are friends.
Yes.
Yes. What if you're no longer friends? Friendships never last. You never know. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I know.
Oh yeah. You make a film. You guys break up.
The romance is over!
But then you guys come back.
Yeah.
No, I like that. Where do you get your ideas for George and Louis?
I keep getting them in my mind. Originally, this was supposed to be George and Louis and Roommate Wanted, but the woman I cast for the part of Katie had family issues, so we had to. She couldn't make it, so I had to improvise.
So you kind of rewrote on the spot?
Yeah, I did
It's
actually.
a whole new episode.
It's a whole new episode, so you're gonna save that for like part 7.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Fun places we could be. All the ladies.
Oh, brother. Although I gotta say, you make a compelling argument.
You were using the tripod to film you guys, right?
Yep.
Wow. What's the challenges of using a tripod?
Well, there's not always enough room because there's limited space.
You just have one lens?
Yeah. So far, I can't afford another one.
Oh no. Well, because you got an expensive camera too. So
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while before I can afford a new lens.
Which lens would you get if you could afford one?
A micro 4/3 because that's what it takes.
That's what it takes. Would it be like a wide lens or a zoom lens?
Probably a zoom lens.
Tyler?
Yes.
Thanks for coming out.
No problem.
Wow, when are you gonna make another poetic film? Tyler made a poetry film, visual poetry one time, and I lost my mind. It was so great.
Well, you'd be happy to know
Yes.
that I am working on one. It's halfway done now. And I think it's gonna be
For
good.
Kino next month?
I don't know if they'll be ready for next month, but April for sure.
I'm just trying to improvise, trying to come up with new stuff.
Are you writing characters based on you?
No.
Okay. So it's an improvisation piece of just life in general and kind of trendy topics like cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
How it's taken a dive.
They're funny characters. They remind me of the Honeymooners, where they're always up to something, but it fails miserably.
That's kind of like what we had in mind when we first started it.
What was your favorite part of working with me?
It was easy to work with you.
Thank you.
The reason why I wanted to do this is because he's doing it. I wanted to work with you. That's why.
I appreciate that. And you as well, because you're a filmmaker. So there's always that when I'm filming, I'm like, Julian knows what I'm doing because he's a filmmaker himself. And I'm like, oh, he's judging me. He's criticizing my shot choices. What's going on here? I try not to get in my head. Did it turn out the way you thought it would?
Wanted to wait until my parents were older so I could give them the son I thought they wanted, but all I gave them was someone they'll never know.
It was all filmed in slow motion. So it's the micro expressions that count so much. And when I film, I can see the world in slow motion. So when I see something that works and I need, because it's already pre-edited in my head. So when I see it works, I move on to the next one. And sometimes an actor would be like, I don't know what I just did, but it's like, trust me, I got this.
You had a very direct idea of what you were going for, and I think it was a real study in the micro expression that because we knew you were using the 85, you were going to be really close. Every little movement
It
mattered.
could see your thoughts, that lens.
You could. I saw way more than myself
Yeah.
wanted to see, but that's me getting used to seeing me. But I think it was really good. And on the storyline, if I can say, I found it a really difficult, sad storyline because I just couldn't expect my child being sad to come home to me. But So I think that helped to play into
Yeah.
something that I just couldn't imagine somebody doing, so.
I appreciate you stepping in and being part of this, and Julian as well. Just for people who, just to add a bit more context to the film, it's not, Lisa is not vilified in this. It's, if you listen to the words of the song, it's also, she feels the distance with her son.
Yeah.
That he's not comfortable showing who he is as well. So there's this distance that keeps growing and growing. So that's what it's all about.
I was not allowed to tell his father or his brothers yet. He was still working on it himself. So that was really well done.
Oh,
that
thank
was
you.
beautiful.
It's difficult when it's family, I
Yeah.
can imagine.
Yeah.
And I
Same
think it did turn out really well of telling that story, and it was just, and like you, I couldn't imagine one of my children not thinking they could just come
Yeah.
home with a date, like,
Yeah.
I don't, come home.
Yeah,
Because I
come
just
home, yeah.
can't imagine. On a side note, it's not gonna be a question, not sensitive. Oh, am I not loud enough? Am I not loud enough? You're the quiet one. Just to Julian for showing up that day.
Yeah.
He had a car accident on the way. He was only 15 minutes after, he wasn't late, but, and you showed up and completely delivered. None of us knew anything
Yeah, we didn't know.
until the end of everything. So kudos to Julian for being in the moment.
It was beautiful, very powerful. So thank you for making a film like that.
It's nothing without the actors. Thank you. Just one lens, because I had brought 3 lenses, but for some reason I was kind of like, a little lazy. I'm just going to use the 85 the whole time.
Yeah, it looks great.
And it was, thank you.
Yeah. The song that this was made around was very
It was very
beautiful,
powerful. Like at
powerful.
first, because I listen to a lot of indie folk that it's around like Montreal, Toronto, Vancouver, and every time I hear a song that just shows up, I kind of reach out to them. I'm like, hey, you know, they, at the time they don't have a lot of views on YouTube yet, and before they make it big and they ignore me, and I'm just like, hey, do you mind if I use your song? And they're like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
So indie folk music adds so much to it. It's just
Yeah.
raw and emotional. I love that.
Very impressive.
Oh, thank you. It's nothing without the song too. Like if you didn't have the song,
right?
it wouldn't be.
Yeah.
So I visualized the whole thing when I listened to the song originally the first time. I saw this whole film in my head when I just first.
Wow.
Yeah, music videos are great because they're liberating. You could like be free and do whatever you want. And it kind of ties itself together.
Do you always work that fast? Or
Yes.
Can you
Yes, he
have some
does.
emotion for saving time as well?
No, I work pretty fast because I've already edited in my head, so I film for the edit.
Yeah.
I never take a shot that I'm not going to use. I never waste anyone's time because I know the energy is finite. So there's a sweet spot. So for example, if there's an emotional scene that I need, I know that we're not going to get it in the first 2. But if we go to 5, it's too much. The sweet spot is 3 and 4. Once you set the stage and make everyone feel comfortable, and then you give them a visual cue by acting it out yourself, right? Because directors, that's what we should do as well. Yeah, I believe. So sometimes I stick to a frame and I film the whole sequence, so the actors can let loose and inhabit the character and the emotion properly. But then in the edit I cut. It's already edited in my head, if that makes any sense. I saw you last week on the corner of, that sounds sketchy, I saw you in the corner. You were pumping gas. Yeah. I walk out of the convenience store and you're like, hey! I'm like, hey. There's nothing more to it, I'm sorry. It's not really dramatic or anything like that.
But here's the thing. Inuit already means people.
So saying Inuit people is...
People.
Have you ever worked with actors outside of your friend circle?
Not really. The films that I've done so far are just from people that I work with. I worked with Max for a couple months when I was working when he was working for IBC, where I'm working right now, and the last 2 short films that we did together, he's included in it. But,
He's good people, right? You'll work with him again?
Yep. Yeah. Like I have a lot of ideas, and I trying to find ways to like use the same people but different stories.
But it brings your friendship closer. Like it brings you guys closer when you do something substantial and emotional together. Right?
And
It bonds you.
when we worked together, we taught each other quite a bit, and something that I didn't know, he taught me. Something that I taught him. And so we taught each other quite a bit, and we stayed in contact.
We're learning as we create these films. Absolutely. You said last time you were here you were acting in a movie or series?
Yeah, in a movie. I'm traveling back to Winnipeg to finish off the last part of the movie.
So you've done some work already on that movie?
Yeah.
How was the experience?
It was fun. Busy. We're filming like 12 hours a day. And whenever I write a script, I send him all the scripts and just to get some feedback from him. And I asked him if him and his friend would be willing to be in this film. And when like a couple days later, we ended up filming it, and we shot the film in 2 hours. And
everyone's doing 2 hours tonight. What's going on with that? So you're behind the camera.
Yeah.
So how do you do your sound? Is your sound do you mic them like here?
Yeah,
or
I use my lattice. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I did everything, and they started.
It's really liberating when you just put a thing here and you don't have to worry about the boom.
Yeah.
Make a film, Max.
Yeah, I have one in the works. It's just that I keep on having like issues. Like one of the shots, I just straight up wasn't recording the sound, so I had to go back and we shot it at Carleton University in one of the study rooms, and so we had to book the room again, and we have to book the right room. The room that I had a screen, and so there's scenes that I want to reshoot, and I have a big problem with trying to make my film as good as possible.
It's you know what the story of making of the film is the film itself sometimes.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Like Lost in Amancio, do you remember that one? Filmmaking is like life. It's problem solving.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, sometimes I've recorded a film once, and I brought it home, and my memory card failed catastrophically, not recoverable.
Yeah.
So all that was gone. So a lot of cameras now have 2 memory cards, and they recorded both of them.
Yeah.
Because you never know, it happens.
That's the idea of the film, is that we, like the last few short films that I did here at Kino, they're educational, trying to educate about Inuit and the culture, and I think doing that is like I'm learning about myself more. Like I do, the more I research about my people and whatnot, I learn more about myself, and I'm hoping that it's going to do the same thing for other Inuit. Like Max, I met him when he was working for IBC, and I tried to teach him as much as I can whenever we traveled about Inuit, and I think I'm hoping that's it's helping other Inuit that doesn't know about Inuit or even non-Inuit.
Yeah, can I say something about that as well? Yeah, that's exactly it. I think, being Inuk is something that I've struggled with my identity my whole life. I'm not gonna get too much into it, but one of my parents is Inuk, the other is Jewish, and I was raised by the Jewish parent, so I completely have lost the culture. But I started working at Inuit Broadcasting, where I met I Bleed, and so I'm trying to learn as much as I can. So, like the last film that we did was making sure that I'm pronouncing the word Iqaluit properly, and this time it was the word Inuit, and so just one word at a time. I'm trying to relearn the culture, and that's what I guess the film means to me. So we're like on Algonquin land, and this is stuff that it's good to get the word out. So I definitely encourage making indigenous media. So
When I was in school, a lot of the times my name couldn't be pronounced properly, and I have 2 children. They don't have names, and I'm hoping that they can do the same thing as me, educating the proper way of saying things. And so my daughter is named after my mother, and my son is Sigurd Duffin. And my goal is that they'll do the same thing as I'm doing, to educate in a way that not just educating Inuit, but not Inuit. And that has been my goal lately. And I just made another video last week, and I think it has 28,000 views now.
Oh,
so it's pretty good.
Sometimes I get 50. Wait, no, more is better. Oh, wow.
I think your message at the end about instead of people that are talking about us instead of with us is important for just everything that we're going through in sort of our world universe right now. So I think that's a really important
Yeah, that's the reason why I like films, is because I probably said it the last time, but films is education, how did I say it before?
I don't know.
Is a conversational starter.
Yes.
And that's the idea of the film is, the films that I'm doing is I want people to start talking about Inuit and educate themselves about Inuit.
So why did you film it in such an orientation?
Well, I sent a little attachment to the video that said to send everyone a link so that they could all watch it on their phone.
Yeah.
No. So it's a vertical format piece. Vertical format microdramas have exploded all over North America, and so this is just I guess like a pilot for another version, dark comedy, and yeah.
Can't use a virgin incel?
What's it matter?
It'll affect the quality of the deal.
I am voluntarily celibate.
Sort of like a test audience here for the pilot, so I'm glad everyone laughed.
That's true. A lot of people consume on their phones now.
Yeah, that's the whole idea, and so they're right now it's mostly just romance and like Hallmark kind of love triangle, a lot of werewolf, a lot of teen stuff like that. But yeah, it is expanding in the Asian market into other genres, horror and such, and so yeah, this is just getting ahead of the game, I guess.
So normally we have a frame that is a ratio of 16:9. It's kind of like this. But now, how do you frame the challenges? What are the challenges of framing like this? Two people in the scene.
Yeah, so obviously it's like I've been told it's a similar alphabet but different language, and just based on like what we shot, there was like there's certain ways where I was even talking to Dan saying like, okay, like let's get like their chin on the top third. Of the, you know, like, and then sometimes be like, if with Claudia at one point he had it up just about her eyes, and the difference just in that alone was like, oh, Colin looks so much more massive, and Claudia looks so much smaller in frame, and so it was kind of just like it's little minutia stuff like that can really start telling interesting visual elements of the story, which I kind of thought was interesting.
Yeah, I'll have to try to frame. It was cold when you filmed, because this was like, what, Wednesday?
This was, last Wednesday. It was beautiful the 2 nights before, and then I got a text, a little alert, being like, it's cooling down over the next several days. And I went, oh, crap. Yeah, so we shot just outside of a Burrito Sports Center. And so they let us duck in and warm up.
Just bring a bottle of whiskey, you'll be fine.
Yeah, we were all pretty drunk.
Yeah, pretty drunk.
Yeah. Hammered. So it was a very busy intersection considering how...
But how did you like this? How did you like it?
It was just I had a little external sort of battery powered thing just to sort of give a little extra. I didn't want it to be too gritty, you know, I wanted to sort of have a little bit more. It's supposed to be like not a mocking of Hallmark, but sort of like an ode to sort of that Hallmark style that's really, you know, all in the vertical space right now. But then doing like well, what if it was like a darker twist that she like made a deal with the devil, and you know, anyways, and low grade sacrifice is that, you know, she makes the sacrifice, and it doesn't quite go the way that she wants it to because she used a lower grade.
It's always a lower grade. It's always a double-edged sword, right?
Yeah,
it's a cautionary tale.
Yeah, and that's where it starts making fun of sort of the typical tropes that are in Hallmark and rom-coms and stuff like that. So
Scooby was gonna make an appearance tonight.
Scooby was supposed to be here tonight. The weather did not allow for it, but that's what it was geared up for. Is, you know, heading to Live on Elgin, and then he was going to be here. That was the whole plan, and I need to have a clear sidewalk to bring the stroller. So it just didn't work out this time, but he will be here someday.
Yes.
There's so many of you. We exist. Multiple.
I especially loved when at the beginning you layered your voice over your voice, like an echo, but the multiple Delaney's.
Yeah, well, I started with the eyes were meant to be. The reason I was green was I thought, well, I could just remove the green. That does not work because you can't make yourself green enough. You still have little bits of. So I just kept removing speckles of me, and I just kept getting more speckly, and so you just lose the details. So that was not effective. So I ended up having to just kind of crop and because it's the first time I really did in a video form what do you call that? Like when you're tracking. When you're tracking to remove something. So I was tracking my eyes and trying to remove them, and then I did a lot with that, but it was a lot very different from what I did. And Scooby, that was the second time I really tried to do much green screening, and it's the first time that I think I was able to make the background black for Scooby. But then it also had other issues that, as soon as you saw this going, oh, that's great, and then you put other things in going, wait, where's that? Why is that black square sticking out over that?
But
So,
I got to give you props, though, because a lot of people, they don't step out of the comfort zone. You try new things every time.
every time I try to do something that pushes what I already know,
Yeah.
which is very limited. So it's very easy to push something when you're starting with, you really only know that much.
But even baby steps are moving forward on
Yes.
a constant level.
That is the key. I thought, because I'm comparing myself, as we all do, to these wonderful, magnificent things that are brought in here to Kino, which are just absolutely outstanding. But I figure I'm okay putting it up here against all that as long as I've improved at least one thing over something I've done in the past. And in this case, it was a little bit more green screen, a little bit more balanced sound. It's not a lot, but it's been an improvement over everything I've done to date that way. So that keeps me motivated moving forward.
I loved it. It was a lot of fun. The fourth wall, you were breaking the fourth wall again.
Scooby broke the fourth wall. I didn't realize until I'm watching it now that my eyes are staring right out breaking the fourth wall while he's saying, don't break the fourth wall. I had no idea. I just realized that Scooby was going to be staring at the camera. I thought, okay, I want it to be about breaking the fourth wall, and have Scooby have no idea what that is. But, that part worked out, but, you really have to kind of look at the details that are also there that you're not paying attention to.
Scooby was going to be on stage, and we're going to be like, hey, Scooby, what do you think?
He would never talk on demand.
He does make sounds.
No, he saves his voice for film.
Oh, yeah.
It's just very, very important. I want some kind of device that I can put in and pull out whenever I need to be able to get Scooby into whatever situation I want him in quickly. So therefore the genie, which he owns and controls, can really get him into any situation I need him to be in.
I love in your movie where Franco, he goes out, there's this beautiful goodbye in the beginning, like he knows he's gonna die.
Yeah.
Right? So he goes out, I don't know what happens to him, but he comes back as a vampire?
Yeah, so he gets bit by a vampire, and he comes back as a vampire to get his wife and to turn his wife.
Well, yeah, so here's the question, would you bite your loved one and turn her into this cursed monster?
Well, if you want her to be with you for all time.
That's pretty selfish.
So, yeah, maybe, but you're a vampire now,
That's
right?
right.
You don't want to be alone. Well, what I tried to do is I tried to have an erotic because the whole vampire thing is very erotic, right?
Yeah.
Like he comes. So I tried
I had to
to.
hold her down.
Well, so I tried to bring out the erotic elements in like a G-rated film.
Yeah.
So it's kind of tough, but luckily Franco and Becca knew each other, so they were comfortable. So he was able to drool all over her.
Oh, yeah.
And it worked out.
All right, Miss Franco. You can bite someone on the inner thigh. That also works. And that's
Yeah,
very
maybe for the
erotic.
sequel, yeah.
That's very erotic.
That's
right,
it.
Stephanie? Oh, yeah.
I was asking Mel.
Oh,
But yeah,
my
so I just
I know.
Back to the film.
So you filmed this on 16? Was it 16?
No, that was a Super 8.
That was 8 again.
Yeah.
Oh man. You just keep every month you submit a film, and I don't know, how many films do you have?
Well, I haven't shot that much new in the last 4 or 5 months. I only shot one new thing that we haven't screened yet. But I want to support Kino, and I've got lots of old films, and it's great for me too because it's a new audience of people who haven't seen the old stuff. So I'm really honored for the opportunity. Yeah. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Absolutely. Even if you have old films, let's bring them up here. Bring your actors. Tell your actors. Just because it doesn't have to be locked in a vault forever. I get embarrassed by my own films. When I finish a film, a week later, I'm like, no.
Yeah, but you should show there was one night
Yeah.
I opened a bottle of wine. I said, I'm going to watch Vincent's films. And I went on YouTube and I
God.
watched all these old films that you were in with like long hair and whatever.
Oh, long hair. Whoa. That never
Anyway,
happened.
it's really cool. So you have a lot of old stuff too that you should pop up there.
But these
for
are
us to
pieces
see.
of ourselves at the time and place and the person we were at that time. And it's hard to look back sometimes. Old photographs are the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah, sometimes it's kind of sad because you're there like that time is gone and it's never coming back.
Or cringy, you know.
Oh, yeah,
Sporting the
there's that
mullet.
too.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I thought it was so cool.
Mullet, yeah.
I had sideburns that were like coming up to here and they had like, remember that?
Captain Kirk.
I remember that, like, sideburns.
Pointy sideburns.